let's talk a little bit more about paths and linking. I'm continuing with the last file we worked on. But let's do a little bit of review. If you remember, we've got two files up. We have our index.html file that has a link, an Ahref link to the blue page, as well as a relative link to this Dixie.jpg logo. And so that's what the index page looks like. Blue page is linking back to the index page, so we have an Ahref back to the index page. Two files are here on the desktop and the image is here. So let's continue with this linking example. I now want to take this blue.html and say, okay, what if I create a folder for all of the blue elements? Now, you know, when you're organizing your content on a website, you're not going to have all of your files out on a desktop and try to sort through hundreds or even thousands of files. You're going to organize them with folders, and that's kind of what we're learning here is how you organize things and how you file them and create that structure, and then how you make references or links to those files. And so let's go ahead and create on the desktop. I'm going to click on the desktop and say File, New Folder. And I'm going to name this folder. I'm going to bring it down by the images folder. I'm going to name it Blue, which is the blue folder. Now, no, I'm using all lowercase names on my folder names. It makes it a little easier to manage things if you don't have lots of different, if you're consistent in your approach. You can use all caps if you want, but just be consistent in your approach. I'm going to now go and take this blue.html and stick it inside the blue folder. Now, as you'd expect, if I click on this blue page now, it won't find the file because I just moved it. Before it would, and now it won't. So now I need to go back to my HTML, index.html document, and make the link to the blue HTML. So what do I need to add there? If you remember, when you're trying to access something inside of a folder at that level, we type in the name of the folder, BLUE, / and then the name of the file. So this should go ahead and fix it. So I should be able to save this now, go back to this page, refresh it, and click on the blue page, and it takes me back to the blue page. I can click on the index page, and oh, now the index page isn't working from the blue page. So how do I fix that? Well, I need to go to the blue page and say, how do I get out or up a level from the blue folder back up to the index one? Because we moved things around, and now the paths or the links to those paths have been changed. And so now I need to figure out how to go up a level. Well, really, when you're managing going in relative links and coming up a level with relative links, there's only two things you need to know. // takes you up a level, and the name of the folder, like blue, / name of the file, takes you in a level. So it's pretty easy if you remember those two things. So let's go ahead and save that and go back to our browser and refresh that page. And I should be able to click on the index page now and the blue page, and they link to each other, even though I've changed those paths. Now, what if we wanted to keep building this out? What if I wanted to create a red folder and link to, you know, a red folder, a blue folder, and such? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back to my desktop and create a new folder. I'm going to name it Red. I'm going to bring it over here next to the blue one. And now I need to create a file to go inside the red folder. And it's probably going to look a lot like which one? Is it going to look like index or more like the blue one? Well, I'm going to go to the blue one and grab that, copy that, and I'm just going to edit that because I don't know that we need to retype all that again. So I'm going to create a new folder, paste that in, make it big so you can see what I'm doing. Call it the red page. Welcome to the red page. And right now it'll just link back up to that. So I'm going to go ahead and say File, drag down to Save, and name it red.html. And I'll go ahead and stick that on the desktop. You can see that file, and I'll just drop it in there. Alright, so now I have a new red folder with this red stuff, with this red HTML, and I need to link to it from my index page. So what do I need to do? Well, it's going to look a lot like the blue one, isn't it? So if I want to make a link from my index page, href equals quote. Now what's the name of the folder? We're going from the index page right here into a folder level. So I write the folder name, type the folder name, and then the name of the file, quote, bracket, the red page, close out the anchor, and add a line break. So let's go ahead and save that now to the index page. We're going to go ahead and click to the index page, and now we have both a blue link and a red link. This does it for each one of them. Well, this is starting to look a little bit more like an interface. So once you have a red, blue, if you add a home page to that, you've got 3 links into a website. Let's do that. Let's make links from the index page so that it can get to index red or blue, the blue page so that it can get to the index page, the blue page or the red page, or the red page so that it can get to any of the 3 as well. So let's go ahead and make links to all of those. That shouldn't take us too much time. So remember, you have to think about where you are and which file you're on, because how you link to it is relative to the location of the file. That's why they call these relative links. So if I am on my my index page, I'm going to add one little thing here. So I'm going to make it so that any page can link to any other page in the website, because that's how interfaces work. Equals quote, and if I want to link it to itself, just link it right to itself, and I don't have to do much more. So now we've got links from the index page to everything else. I'm going to go ahead and save that, refresh, and you'll notice that I can click on the index page. It takes it to itself. Blue goes to the blue page, and red goes to the red page. Let's go ahead now and go into the blue page and make links to everything else. I'm going to go back to my index, click on the blue page, blue.html, and now I'm in the file inside the blue folder right now, so it goes out to index. What if I want to make a link to itself? Blue.html, that links to itself because that's where we are. And then let's make a link from the blue one to the red one. So we go href. Now this one's going to be a little bit new. And we need to get out of the blue folder, so we go red/red.html. So you may not have seen that before. The .. takes us up a level, and then we go into the red folder and reference the red.html page. So I'll go ahead and save that, and let's go look at now the blue page. So I'm going to go click on blue and make sure that's refreshed. So it'll take us to index, it'll take us to blue, and it'll take us to the red page. Now we only have one more file to fix. It's the red.html. So I'm going to go in and look at that one, red.html. We're on the red page. It already goes to index. So we need to do href equals quote. To go from red to blue, we go /blue/blue.html, quote bracket, the blue page. And then to link it to itself is just a link to itself. let's go ahead and save that and see how that looks now. So we should be able to now to go from the index page to the blue page to the red page. Blue, index, red. So we can go to any page from anywhere on our site now.